Nirmal Bang, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiral Daria. We have with us Mr. R.S. Sodhi, MD at Amul, joining in. Welcome to the show, Mr. Sodhi, and always a pleasure to speak to you. Mr. Sodhi, overall, कोविड के टाइम भी हमने देखा था कि हमारा कंजम्पशन ओवरऑल ये डेयरी सेगमेंट में काफी बढ़ गया था. उसके बाद इफ यू गो टू सी नाउ, हाउ हैज द कंजम्पशन ट्रेंड बिन? वैसे ही रहा है कि और बढ़ रहा है?
Well, Hiral ji, during COVID also, because of food, dairy is very important part. Consumption was good, but I can say now when the normalcy has come, that growth is there, but overall growth has doubled in volume basis because of this Horeca segment opening at a double rate. Marriages are happening, all this sweet shop, food shop, everything. So I can say if we had the X growth rate, now it is 2X growth rate volume. And then you added 2X the price increase. During COVID, price increase did not happen. So suppose volume growth is now 12-13%, you add another 8-10% of price increase, or another, you can say 20-22% is the growth rate in the dairy segment or in the food segment. And I think the food industry is in very, very positive field from growers' point of view. Because after decades, suddenly farmers are feeling happy that they are getting reasonably good price for their produce, whether it is wheat, paddy, fruits, vegetable, pulses, milk, poultry, anything. They are getting reasonably good price, because otherwise last few decades their income was not increasing at par with the increase in income of the society. So I think this is good for India, where 60% people are in the rural India. So rural economy will be better. So that much demand from rural side will, today if we are paying 20% more for the price of milk to the farmers of Gujarat or in other states, that much money more is going in the rural sector from the urban sector. So demand is going to come for the FMCG, durables, education, electronics, telecom, all the demand will increase.
Correct. So overall, Mr. Sodhi, I was just going through an article which clearly was indicating that probably, say, 1950s and 60s, India was once a milk deficit country. Now, it's become one of the largest producers of milk in the world, contributing to, I think, almost around 20% of global milk production. So overall, do you think we are moving into a scenario where their supply is going to be much more from here on?
Well, let me tell you, Hiral ji, if I give you the past 25 years and the next 25 years, so 25 years back, if we see when India got, India got independent around 50 years back, okay? That time we were producing only 21 million metric ton. Okay, and then in the mid 90s, we were producing around 72. Okay, and today we are producing around 210 million. Every 25 years, our milk production multiplies by 3 times.
Okay.
So today, if we are producing 210 or 12, and the growth rate of if you see last 10 years growth rate in milk production is 6%, but even if you take 4.8, next 25 years, we'll be producing 630 million metric ton. That is the estimate. So today we are contributing 22% to the world milk production. Another 25 years, we will be producing or contributing 42% of world milk production in India.
Wow.
And against this 620, today with 210 million metric ton, our per capita consumption is around 430 or 440 gram per person per day. And this milk consumption going to increase to the normal saturated country like Europe, USA, or even in India, Punjab, Haryana, we will be consuming around 850 gram per person per day. So our requirement after 25 is going to be 520 million metric ton. And we will be producing 630. So we'll be producing 110 million metric ton extra milk, which will need to export to the countries which will be continue to be deficit or where demand is going to more, and mostly in Asia around us only. Today, world trade of dairy is around 90 million metric ton. Another 25 is it will be 150. Out of 150, 110 India will be supplying. But this increase, threefold increase from 210 to 630 is going to happen only and only one side. Farmers continue to get very stable and normative price for milk, which they have been getting last 25 years. So they only produce. And equally important is the consumers, which today are 1.38 billion, 25 years after it will be 1.65 billion. They got a very good food, pure food at affordable prices. So farmers encouraged to produce more because they were getting good price of their produce. Consumer continue to consume more because they got good product at affordable price. That's why market grew. If that imbalance happens, naturally we will not be able to reach to the 630 or 3 times more production. So I can say, आने वाले दिनों में, in coming days, India is going to be dairy to the world. Short term, there will be some up and down, like today also, next 1 year, India's supply position will be very tight because demand is ahead of that increase in production because of last 2-3 years, whatever COVID impacted, whatever the growth rate of milk production, which we were getting for last 20-30 years.
Right. This is an interesting point you make because with supply, we are seeing demand also increase. How are you seeing the price trend, Mr. Sodhi, right now? Currently, what is the procurement price, number one? And two, are we seeing any impact on the back of the high cost of cattle feed?
Yes, right now, the average price I can tell you in India for a cow milk is around 35-36 rupees. And for a buffalo milk, it is around 56-57 for the 7% fat. That is the average price, which is around 15 to 18% more than the previous year. And consumer price is also today, last 1.5 years, they increased about 13-14%. So I can say price wise, next 1 year will be very good. There's no chance of any reduction in the milk prices or commodity prices. Winter, it will be stable at this level. Summer, it will further go up. Feed prices are definitely under pressure. We are spending 15 to 20% more on the feed ingredients. That is only in cattle feed. But if you see the price of dry fodder and green fodder increased double or 2.5 times. So because of higher feed costs, farmers are also under pressure to feed less, or so production is going to impact it. And so I can say for the next 1 or 2 years is good for the farmers, reasonably good for the consumer also, because price inflation will be more or less equal to the other food. But it will be a very challenging time for the dairy industry, where cost of milk is going to be higher vis-a-vis the increase in the price of finished product.
Right. So can we expect some bit of price hike in the coming days, taking the festive season and the demand into consideration?
A price increase, or it is going to, there has been increase last 1.5 years. So it is, I think if any price increase happen, it will be minor, but it's going, let us see, little bit changes or hike is going to happen in some product, depending because now dairy fat prices all over world are increasing tremendously. dairy fat. Suddenly, everybody wants to eat more dairy fat and realize whether it's India or USA or Europe, everywhere. So dairy fat will be under pressure, and price hike in dairy fat is going to be much higher than the other part of protein or the other part of the milk.
Right. So, in terms of dairy products as well, are we seeing an increase in demand only from a milk perspective, or even other value added products related to seeing a good
All.
demand?
You see, we are getting double-digit volume growth across all. Whether milk is there, the curd, paneer, cheese, ice cream, beverages, Tetra Pak, any product category, because you are consuming more. People realize the importance of natural food or packed, branded, affordable, natural food. Consumption is growing, especially affordable. So in India, dairy products are very affordable vis-a-vis other part of India. I mean, a kg of paneer, a kg of butter, a liter of milk is very affordable price vis-a-vis the other part of that. So that is good for the sector.
Right. And overall, apart from value added products as well, recently we heard about the MSCS Amendment Bill of 2022 as well. What is the kind of impact it will have, and how are you reading it?
Which act you said? Sorry, I couldn't get it.
The MSCS Amendment Bill of 2022.
MS?
MSCS Amendment Bill.
Can you just elaborate?
No, so recently we had the cooperators across the country who welcomed the news of the cabinet nod to the MSCS Amendment Bill, right?
MSME or
MSCS, MSCS.
What is that? What is that? Sorry, I'm not able to.
I think this was with relation to merging the cooperatives.
No, there is no such act. I mean, which way? Cooperative, merging cooperative, there is no act. I mean, there's nothing like that.
There's nothing like that? Okay. No, so there was a conversation going on with regards to merging Amul also with other 5 cooperatives.
Oh, okay. I also read, I think that has been wrongly reported.
Okay.
There is a talk, there's nothing like merging any cooperative with anybody. So nothing like, no talk or no what. There is a talk going on of forming a multi-state cooperative to market organic products all over India.
Okay.
For that, few cooperatives are coming together to form a separate multi-state corporate, like separate company, which will be looking exclusively for the development and marketing of organic products. So it is not any cooperative will be merging with somebody.
No. And how do you think will this benefit?
Benefit whom?
Even from a consumer perspective or from a business?
No, it's a new business. It's a new sector. So because organics product segment is good from Indian policymakers' point of view, because we are importing all chemical fertilizer of 1,62,000 crore rupees in subsidy. We are giving around 2 lakh crore more fertilizer which farmers are consuming. So chemical and then pesticides. The other 5 consumers are not getting not so. I mean, with the pesticides and nothing food, so which is not very healthy. So all over the world, consumption of and demand of food, organic food is increasing. So I think government of India is focusing more how to encourage farmers to produce more of organic food. And on their side, the organizations which can connect with the farmers, aggregate their organic produce, add value, process it, pack it, and also make consumer available these consumer products at the affordable price. So whatever farmers produce, consumer, and whatever extra consumers are paying 15-20%, that goes to the farmers to produce more. If they get 15-20% more for organic produce, they'll be encouraged to go. So it will serve both farmers and also government for this import bill of chemical fertilizer.
Right, right. And Mr. Sodhi, overall, from an Amul perspective as well, we've seen so many initiatives come in. Marketing campaigns that Amul does as well also has been fantastic. In fact, last time when we spoke during COVID as well, clearly, it actually brought back a lot of nostalgia to people. So, what are the plans for an Amul from here?
देखिए, Amul plans are basically, we call it 3E strategy: expansion, expansion, expansion. Expansion in milk procurement, because आपको धंधा बढ़ाना दूध ज्यादा चाहिए.
Correct.
So expansion of milk procurement की Gujarat is there, but outside Gujarat we are adding. So we want to get 8 to 9% more milk every year. Second is expansion of milk processing capacities. So we keep on adding new processing and packaging and value-added products manufacturing capacities throughout the year. Every year we spend around 1,000 crore rupees on new plants. Like on this 19th, PM is inaugurating our new dairy plant in Saurashtra, 500 crore rupees. Similarly, in other parts of India or other parts of so if you are getting 8 to 9% more milk, you have to add a minimum 10 to 12% more in capacity. Similarly, if you are produce more, pack more, you have to sell more. So we have to expand our distribution reach. Now Amul is planning that Amul will be having their distributor at a place with 5 to 10,000 population. Ice cream ho, burger. So that is we are expanding, and side by side, one also needs to add more products, new variants. So like now we are focusing more on the festive season is coming more on sweets, because लोगों का जो खुली मिठाई पे विश्वास कम होता जा रहा है. So how to branded Amul खोए से बनी जो sweets होंगी, that is we are expanding capacities. Same is in ice creams and other products. So our target last year of Amul turnover was 61,000 crore rupees. This year we're expecting a minimum 25% minimum growth.
Wow. Wow.
And the way we are growing, I think another 20, because I'm giving long horizon, but 25 years, Amul with the same rate, if we grow, I mean less than that, Amul will be 18 lakh crore rupees turnover company in another 25 years. That is 2047. That is what we are thinking.
Right. I think that's a great number that we are seeing as well in terms of milestone. And I think with leadership, with people, with someone like you, is something which is actually keeping the ship sail and grow in spite of so many years. But this is absolutely great to see the way, a very old brand like this is seeing so many stages of innovation, not only from a product perspective, but in terms of value additions that you're doing in the industry as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Sodhi. We need veterans like you in the industry to see this kind of growth and innovation. Thank you so much. And
thank you.
Safe. And happy Diwali in advance.
Thank you.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.